fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Deluxe Class Diaclone Universe Burnout from the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 collection from Hasbro. So, like the other figures in this line, this is exclusive to Walmart stores. And I really do like the packaging for this line. I think it's really fun. All of the figures come packaged in vehicle mode because it's race themed, which is different from the usual line. Really fun colors as well. Got some really nice artwork of Burnout here in robot mode, starting on the front and wrapping around to the side. And then we have a close-up of that same artwork over here on this side. Not really anything going on the bottom. Up top, just have a product shot of the vehicle mode. And then we have some nice artwork of the vehicle mode up here on the flap. Spinning it around to the back, once again, we just have product shots for the vehicle mode, and then now we have one for the robot mode as well. So pretty standard packaging for this line, but I really like it. I'm going to go ahead and get Burnout out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here is Burnout out of the packaging. Of course, she is a repaint of Skids, so it's the exact same vehicle mode, but I think it looks pretty good. Rolls very nicely, holds together pretty well. I think the black, red, and silver color scheme works really nicely. A little bit of yellow back here for the tail lights. But yeah, overall, I like it. Nice red Autobot symbol there on the hood. And the grill area, I feel like this is all really nicely detailed and painted. So yeah, I think she looks pretty sharp. She does come with the exact same 3 accessories that came with Skids. So you have this weird translucent blue Energon axe piece. And then you have these 2 guns, and you can actually combine these together to make one blaster if you prefer. So you have that option as well. And you can peg any of these into any of the spots here on the car. So there's one on the top, one on the side, one on this side as well. So you can put the guns on the 2 sides here, and then you could go ahead and pop this weird axe thing on top. Just kind of looks like the car has a mohawk. Honestly, I was never a big fan of these Energon-infused weapons or whatever these were supposed to be. I don't care much for this. I do like these 2 weapons because these are very reminiscent of what the original Skids toy had. And so I like that. I like to put them together like this. I think that looks pretty cool. So we'll try them out again when we get to robot mode. But yeah, pretty much it for the vehicle mode. I think it looks pretty good. Holds together well. Rolls nicely. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the transformation. So if you've transformed Skids, it's exactly the same. I'm going to roll through this pretty quickly. Start by opening the car doors here on the side, and then you have to kind of grab this roof piece here and kind of unhook it from the back, and then shimmy it out of this spot right here, which can be a little easier said than done. But once you pop those out, then that'll allow you to lift that up a little bit. Then this whole section here, and you have to take these pieces as well because they are connected to the feet. So this is going to come down here. You can fold the wheels into the feet. There we go. And then you can just push these pieces up and they will become the whole shin area of the robot mode. Let me zoom out a bit here and angle this up. At this point, you're going to lift up the arms straight up like so. Fold them out to the side. You want to take this section here, this little abdomen section, and this will actually fold down. And then that'll click into place like so. And then you're pretty much done at this point. You're just going to take this whole section, rotate this down. That'll click into place. And then you just want to straighten out the arms. And then twist them at the bicep. So rotate this back, this part down. And then rotate at the bicep so that the fists are facing forward. And there you go. That is pretty much it. We can get some ankle tilt going here so she stands nicely. There is Burnout. Again, it's just Skids with a different head, so it's very, very similar. You can bring this down so that kind of rests more naturally in this area here. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I know a lot of people have not liked the Skids mold. I always thought it was fine. I know she's got kind of hollow legs. Skids did as well, but I don't really mind it. I think it's a fun mold. I think it looks pretty good. Burnout has, in my opinion, a very Optimus Prime looking head sculpt. You got the visor there. You even kind of have the horns here. Now, it's a little hard to see because the head is black and it's molded into this back piece here, which is obviously part of the hood. But you have some nice silver paint there, and you can see the yellow eyes. I think they look pretty good. Head can move side to side. You can tilt it very little bit side to side. You can also go down and up a little bit. It's on a ball joint there. You can move the wings back a little bit. I kind of like to put them back at like a 45-degree angle, but you can have them all the way front if you like. You have a swivel here, of course. You also have this joint actually in the body. So you have that joint there as well as a swivel here. And then you also have a joint here where it can kind of move along the wheel. So that's kind of 3 joints in total there. Then you have the bicep swivel. You have 90 degrees there in the elbow. And you also have a wrist swivel. You have a waist swivel as well. Nice bit of motion here in the hips. You can kick very far forward, very far out to the side. Depending on how you have this piece oriented, if you want to bring this up a little bit, you could have kick pretty far back. But if you have this more situated down like this, then that's obviously going to get in the way. So if you want to utilize the backwards motion of the hips, you just have to move that piece out of the way a little bit. Then you have a thigh swivel there. 90 degrees in the knee, and then of course we do have ankle tilt. So I think it's a fun mold. I mean, I understand why a lot of people thought it felt a little cheap, some hollow areas and whatnot, but I always kind of liked it. I liked it as skids. I like it again as burnout. I liked it as crankcase. So the mold has seen some love, seen some usage, but I think this is a fun little repaint here. And then you can bring those guns back in and put them into the fists. Or if you want, you can use any of these other ports. If you wanted to peg this into the forearm for some reason, you could. If you wanted her to use this as kind of like a gun, you could certainly do that. Or, of course, she can also hold it as an axe. So you have that option. And I believe there are other ports. Yeah, the ports that we utilized in the vehicle motor are still there. So if you wanted to, for some reason, I don't know, peg this in here like this or something, you could certainly do that. You still have that peg here on the back as well. I guess, could you store this? Yeah, I guess you could store that back there if you wanted to, then it's kind of out of the way. So you have a couple options. But yeah, good articulation, good paint applications. I think it's a pretty solid little mold. I like it. I like the new head sculpt. I'm not super familiar with this character, I have to admit. I know it's from Diaclone, but I think she also appeared in the comics as well. I'm not 100% on that. But she's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Nice color scheme. Cool little mold. I think, honestly, not to put anything down on skids, but I think this mold maybe even works a little bit better in the black and red as opposed to the blue. Just feels a little bit more cohesive. You know, you have the shins here kind of integrating better into the legs. I think with skids, they were a different color, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the red and the black, I mean, red and black is always a classic color scheme. So I think, especially with the silver accents, just really works. I like her. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.